before you blink your eyes. The flesh it withers, the hair's gone, but man don't live by bread alone. If it don't be for ya, you can't eat a drink. If it don't be for ya, you can't eat a thing. If it don't be for ya, don't you understand? If it don't be for ya, the power's in his hands. Life gets so hard sometimes it turns you off. About to blow your mind. Take a chill if you're ill, relieve the pain. Yeah, I'll be there for you right on time. If it don't be for ya, you can't eat a drink. If it don't be for ya, you can't eat a thing. If it don't be for ya, don't you understand? If it don't be for ya, the power's in his hands. He has the master plan. There's no one better than. Ooh, yeah. There's a power that's fantastic, better than food or any drink, or any man or any woman we might think is so distinct. There's a being high above us, you can't see him anywhere, but he's always there reminding us that he really cares. He's yeah, oh yeah. If it don't be for ya, you can't eat a drink. If it don't be for ya, you can't eat a thing. If it don't be for ya, don't you understand? If it don't be for ya, the power's in his hand. There's a power that's tremendous, better than drink or any wine, or anything or any substance we might think is so divine. And it sits up in the cosmos. He's the king of the universe, and he's all in everything. He's the last and he's the first. He's yeah. He's oh yeah. He's He's oh yeah. When you're all alone, power. When you need a friend, power. Through thick and thin, oh power. Keep holding on, power. Yeah, oh, yeah, oh, power.
going on.
All right. All right. I'm back. My name is Shamsu Parif. I, along with Sister Nasanya Maisha, is the administrator of the show. And Brother Katria from New York City is the co-host of the show. The show is Real Talk for Real People. Virtually a study of the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Yaqub and his people to get some perspective on them. Praise Yah for that beautiful song, because it's certainly the truth. It is Yah. Praise and bless his holy name. We'll be studying tonight in the first book of Maccabees, chapter 7, continuation of our studies. Also, Brother Cartriel, I will lead these studies off, and Brother Cartriel will lead off the studies, the final studies tonight, in the book of Hosea the prophet, chapter 9, judgment of Israel's sin. And as we speak, it's quite evident, because we are a residual effect of that judgment. But we'll be studying our ancients in Maccabees and see how they work things out once the Most High turned his back on us, how things worked out for them, our brothers and sisters in that era, around 147 BC, to get some perspective on us and to understand the dynamic of universal white race supremacy. It's not a people per se. It's a mindset of a dynasty per se. It's a domination per se. And that domination and dynasty is still in effect today as I speak. And the evidence speaks for itself. You may very well say, Yamsu, no, you don't know what you're talking about. I guess I do know what I'm talking about. If you don't know what universal white race supremacy is and how it works and so on and so forth, you'll be totally confused about everything, because universal white race is the last kingdom at play. You know, those kingdoms that were spoke about in, I believe, Nebuchadnezzar's dream, and it was interpreted by Daniel, those dreams, those dynasties in play. Well, the rest of them are done away with, the Persians, the Medes, and so on and so forth, the Romans. Well, no, you got the Greek-Roman dynasty in play, which is virtually the last kingdom. It's not a one-dimensional kingdom. It's a kingdom in spirit. It's a kingdom in mind. It's a kingdom that knows no boundary but controls all boundaries. And evidence speaks for itself. World Bank, World Health, we're any organization. And you may say, Yamsu, you don't know what you're talking about, brother. Oh, they got some so-called black folks in the motherland that's running things. They ain't running nothing. And they better do what they told, how they told, when they told. Otherwise, they'll pull their funding away from them. And most of them, as far as other countries are concerned, are at the contention against the system. The Chinese, the Japanese tried it. They dropped a bomb on them, just like they dropped a bomb on us in Tulsa. So, and they'll stop fighting. They'll stop fighting each other to get you in place. Well, the Ukrainians are fighting the Russians. That may very well be true, but don't get it twisted. They always have fought for dominance. The Greeks fought for dominance. The Romans fought for dominance. You have a loosely conglomerate of them fighting for dominance, because that's their mindset. That's how they think. That's how they roll. And there was no thing such as a race was concerned. They defined what race is. They named it and they defined it, and they're on top of it. The Most High said nations. And nation could have people of a vast rainbow, not a rainbow like them other folks saying, but a rainbow like we saying, for us, the Most High dropping rain on us to get our hearts right. And as far as Noah is concerned, not that other rainbow that they stole, but a vast rainbow of color hue in other nations. Okay? You could have a vast conglomerate of color hue in any nation. Yeah, it's true. And that's why the Most High defined us as a nation, not a race. Race only come about by the engineering and design of universal white race supremacy. And mind you, they're on top. Praise God. Before I introduce Nasanya, the administrator of the show, and Brother Cartier, the co-host, I'd like to give praise and thanks to the Most High for the opportunity to be back with you to study with you. Praise God. Yah, bless and praise your holy name for the opportunity. You study with our kind, like mine, on the Real Talk for Real People Study Show. Thank you, Most High, for the opportunity to give us wisdom and understanding in this pursuit. Thank you, Most High, for the food we eat, the water we drink, every aspect and a component of our lives. Even in this captivity, we find ourselves inundated with. And yes, it is a captivity. Praise Yah and bless his holy name. So, Nasanya, may the Most High bless you. Your mic is hot.
Shalom, shalom, family. All praises to the Holy One of Israel. So happy to be back. I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. I hope it wasn't too cold for you guys. Ready to get out into the studies. Ready to write some notes. And just ready to get down to the studies. All praises, all praises.
Hallelujah, sister. Praise Yah. Brother Katria, my dear friend and brother, may the Most High bless you. Your mic is hot.
Shalom, shalom. Bless Yah, oh my soul, and all that's within me. Bless his holy name. Giving all honor and praise to the Holy One of Yisrael, the Elohim of our fathers, Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yisrael. Thanking him for all things and everything. It's not enough time in the day to give Yah thanks for all the things that he does for us. But it's good to hear your voices. Shalom, shalom. Yam Sufari, Sister Nasanya. How y'all doing? Most I bless y'all.
Well, you know, I don't speak for my Isha.
Doing well.
I let her speak for herself. I don't speak for my Isha. I let her speak for herself. But from my perspective, I suspect we're doing rather well. And thank you for asking. How is your family and your Isha, Brother Cartrell?
Everybody's well. Everybody's well. Praise Yah.
Praise Yah.
Him.
Praise Yah.
Now, the Sonya, I suspect she gonna come on and say something.
I'm doing well, Brother Catriel. How you doing?
I'm good. I hear you. I hear you out there trying to sing some more songs I sent y'all. But yeah, that song you just played. Yeah.
Leave my wife alone, Cartrell. Leave my wife alone. You getting on me about singing, now you getting on my leave my wife alone.
It puts you in the mind of like the 90s music, you know? Like for my time, it like for the R&B time, it's like the good music.
It's way beyond that because it got a message
right.
in every song.
It's deep.
There's a message in every song we made.
Oh, yes.
Praise Yah.
Most definitely. It is.
I'm glad y'all getting into it thick and thin. I know you're trying to sing along, get along, but keep on.
Hey, Brother Cartrell, you gonna let me and my wife sing? You gonna let us give some praise and Thanksgiving?
Hey, listen, y'all told us to sing, so
keep let on my wife sing.
Keep on practicing.
Hey, stop it, Cartrell. Don't stop it. Now, be nice. Let my wife sing.
I'm giving y'all material to practice with, so y'all sing along.
That's for sure, brother. Thank you. We appreciate you. Thank you, Brother Cartrell. Fellow students, Brother Cartrell and my Isha sister Nasanya, we are serious about these studies. You know, we may come off lighthearted. We think these studies are essential for us as a nation, essential for us as a people. These studies have cement and gel us together because the evidence speaks for itself. Without these studies, we are a hot mess in our monstrosity. And that's why we implore you to take these studies seriously. Praise Yah.
And Yam Sufari.
Yes, brother.
Do you know what's in the balance?
Yes, brother.
Your soul.
Exactly.
Balance.
Exactly.
Your soul, my soul, everybody that's listening in, and everybody on planet Earth, because Yah is going to judge every soul that he created. So we want our souls to be there, right there with King David, who said, I will dwell in Yah's house forever. In order to do what? Give him thanks, praise, and to witness his wonders. Praise
You're
God.
certainly correct, my brother and friend, fellow elder. You're certainly correct. Thank you, brother. And we strongly advise the students to pay close attention to these studies, and words that you're not familiar with, names that you're not familiar with, you take them down and you study those words in our names. And especially in the case of Maccabees, you may be quite familiar with the prophet Hosea, but the new studies there's nothing new. But there's new studies that we have finally approached the first book of Maccabees. You need to study these rulers, these men in question, and the places, and get some idea as to who, what, when, where, and how. Because these things they kept hidden from us, and now the Most High have compelled some of us to see the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help the Most High. Praise Yah.
Praise
So,
Yah.
Thank you, Brother Carter.
Yes,
brother.
Before you go on,
yes,
I've never heard anybody quote the prophet Hosea. So we hide ourselves from the prophet Hosea because we have him in our books, but we don't read him. I don't know if you caught that.
Now, say that again, Brother Carter. Repeat that.
I said, you mentioned that there's certain things that they've hidden from us, but we hide the book of Hosea from ourselves.
Right.
I've never heard anybody quote the prophet Hosea. They be quoting Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Peter, Paul, and Mary, but they don't quote the book of Hosea. Oh no. Do they really know that he really exists? We know because we reading them and we quoting them.
Well, Brother Carter, when you're steered,
quoting Hosea.
Right. Yeah, Brother Carter, I concur with you, but when you're socially engineered and conditioned and you steered in the direction away from what you need to be studying, that's what you find yourself in. You're not studying, but the Most High would have you study. You're being socially engineered and are steered into the direction that they want your studies to proceed in. Thank you, Brother Carter.
And unfortunately, Brother Yamsuf,
yes.
Back in the day, somebody, I think it was Gil Scott Heron.
Right.
He made a song called "The Creator Has a Master Plan."
He certainly does, Brother Carter. Gil Scott wasn't wrong.
The Creator has a master plan.
Hallelujah.
And it's right there before our eyes. And we need to master the Creator who has a master plan.
Exactly. I concur, my brother.
We going through it.
Praise Yah.
Praise
I
Yah.
concur.
Praise Yah.
Thank you, Brother Carter. Thank you, fellow students. Thank you, Nasanya. And the book of Maccabees, the first verse. In the 151st year, Demetrius, son of Seleucus.
What chapter you in?
Chapter 7.
All right.
Chapter 7, the first verse. In the 151st year, Demetrius, son of Seleucus, set out from Rome. They arrived with a few men at a coastal city and began to rule there. That's what they do. As he were entering the royal palace of his ancestors, the soldiers seized Antiochus and Lysias to bring them to him. When he was informed of this, he said, "Do not show me their faces." So the soldiers killed him, and Demetrius assumed the royal throne. Then all the lawless men and renegades of Israel came to him. They were led by Alcimus, who desired to be high priest. Well, they still putting our so-called people in leadership over our people. Even if you're not in a position to be in that role from the line of Aaron, and maybe if they are from the line of Aaron, the heritage, they may not be in line to be the high priest. So he goes to the enemy to make him high priest in our land. I'm not surprised. neither should you be. Some of our people are simply renegades at heart. They made this accusation to the king against the people. This is the accusation they made against us, of the king of the Greeks, Gentiles. Yehudis, and we always tell on one another. What he said, telephone, tell on a brother. 528, tell on a brother. We still telling on each other.
And
All
snitches get stitches.
Was that? Yeah, I'm saying, Brother Cartel. That's what I'm saying. And we
Snitches
are doing gathering ourselves together, Brother Cartel, is our strength. Not telling on one another. Gathering ourselves together is our strength. Being humble and gathering ourselves. Not, hey, Cartel doing that. Yamsu doing the son over there doing that. Gathering yourself together is our linchpin.
and brother Malcolm X broke it down. You got house niggas and field niggas.
Basically, truth be told, Brother Cartel, basically, truth be told.
From
Thank you,
ancient
brother.
times till now.
We ain't learned nothing yet. That's why these studies are essential, Brother Cartel. So Alchemist, he made this accusation to the king against the people. What people? Us. Yehudis and his brother have destroyed all your friends and have driven us out of our land. They put us out too. So now send a man whom you trust to go and see all the destruction Yehudis has wrought on us, on the king's territory, on your property. And let him punish them and all their support. You need to punish Yehuda and all their supporters because he did dirt on your property. So the king told Bacchides, one of the king's friends who ruled the province of west of Euphrates, a great man in the kingdom of the Greeks and faithful to the Greek king and their allies. He sent him in the renegade, our brother, Alchemus, this Hebrew, to whom he granted, how can our enemy grant us the priesthood? Where's that in the Most High wording that we study? There's nowhere, let your enemy make you leader. Well, they're making us leaders here in captivity. So, and it goes without saying. They make us leaders here.
So, Yamsu.
Yes.
You telling me he made him a high priest and not a rabbi?
Yeah, made him a high priest.
And not a rabbi.
Not a rabbi.
Okay.
I don't know where they get that from.
Yeah.
Were the orders to take revenge. And he was ordered to take revenge on the Israelites. They set out, and on arriving in the land of Yehuda with a great army, sent messengers who spoke deceitfully. That's what they do. The Native Americans said that. White men speak with forked tongue. He spoke deceitfully to Yehuda and his brother in a peaceful term. The Native American found that out, Brother Carter. Go ahead, brother.
COINTELPRO.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know what that is.
I know what COINTEL is. They're still doing it. It ain't stopped.
But that was in effect in ancient times.
Yeah. Long time ago, COINTEL.
Right. Ain't no
COINTEL didn't start with Dr. King or Malcolm X and so on and so forth. COINTEL, as far as we're concerned, started from our captivity. Matter of fact, started way before our captivity and taken away from the homeland into these universal captivities. So I'm not surprised in the least bit. Neither should you be. The Hasidians, hold on, let me go back up. But these paid no attention to their words. Our brothers and sisters didn't pay no attention to their words. They want to see their action. And they looked at what they did. They didn't take their lip service. Oh, we coming people, we la-da-da. We got the Torah and Tanakh for you, and we got some battle guns and a battleship and some airplanes and some tanks. So seeing that come with a great army. Our brothers and sisters at that juncture wasn't stupid. Okay. A group of scribes, however, gathered about Alchemus and Bacchides to ask for a just agreement. The Hasidians, Hasidic, they call them Hasidic Jews, but we're not Jews. So they got that word from the Hasidian, meaning pious. The Hasidians were Hebrew brothers and sisters who were very pious at that juncture in time, more so toward the Most High. They call them the Hasidians. They call them now who usurped that. they've taken the word and made it Hasidic Jew. Okay, I don't know what the hell a Hasidic Jew is. I don't know what the hell a Jew is. I know what a Yehudite is. I know what Yehudis is. I don't know what the hell a Jew is. And the word Hasidim mean a pious group of Hebrew Israelites. And so they've taken it and like they always cut off thing, made it Hasidic Jew. You know, they wear those little things on the, so-called locks on their side. They got hats on, they got beards, and they rocking back and forth front of the wall and so on and so forth. I don't know where to get on that from. That ain't Hebrew Israelite. Okay. So, but I know what Hasidians are simply prized Hebrew brothers and sisters at that juncture in our time. They were much more serious and pro toward the Most High. And they said, a priest, they knew this much. A priest of the line of Aaron has come with the army. They knew he was from the lineage of Aaron, but was he supposed to be in position to be the high priest? He could have had 2 or 3 brothers before him. Okay? There could have already been a high priest in place, but he had asked the enemy to make him high priest. And he would do us no wrong. He spoke with them peacefully and swore to them.
He didn't mention any rabbis.
No. I don't know where you get. Why did you keep coming up with that rabbi stuff, Cartre? I don't know what that means.
Because they keep mentioning Jews.
Right. Why did you coming up with all that? I don't know what that means. Thank you, brother, for pointing that, underlining that for me. Thank you. And they said a priest of the line of Aaron had come with the army. Okay. And he would do us any wrong. He spoke with them peacefully, swore to them, this Alchemus, will not seek to enter you or your friends. So our brothers and sisters, the Hasidians, trusted him. But see, you got to watch out for crooked enemies and crooked enemies outside the camp and crooked enemies inside the camp. So Alchemus, he arrested 60 and killed them in one day, according to words that he wrote. This so-called renegade brother that asked our enemy to make him high priest of the nation. The flesh of your faithful. Verse 17. And their blood they have spilled all around about Jerusalem. No one was left to bury them. In verse 18. Then fear and dread then came upon all the people. What people? Our people, who said, there's no truth or justice among them. What? There is no truth or justice among them. Renegade brothers and our sisters are people that say they love us in this universal captivity. They violated the agreement and the oath. They always violated the agreement and oath. This ain't the beginning. Native Americans, they learned it later. But this has been going on everything. They violated the agreement and oath that they swore. The Native American learned this much later. But we learned this a long time ago. We don't seem to remember because what is that term they have it, Cottrell? When that Patty Hearst, when that Patty Hearst girl got captured, and they call it a syndrome. Stockholm syndrome. We got Stockholm syndrome, universal. We love to forget what happened, and we want to be part of the system. We want to be Democratic, Republicans, Black Lives Matter, gay rights movement, you name it, I call it, and they say it. They want to be it. That's why they don't study the Most High, unfortunately, Brother Cottrell.
And that's why
they don't learn and gather together, Brother Cottrell. Go ahead, my brother.
And the thing is, Yamsuf, we're trying to gather the elders, trying to gather our people. And verse 18 is applicable for what we're facing today.
Right.
It says, there is no truth or justice in them. Our own people. They said they have violated their agreement and their oath, their sworn oath. You got Israelites that's violated their agreements and their sworn oaths.
Our word is not our bond anymore, Brother Cottrell, like it was. Our word was our bond. Now our words are just worthless. Our words are not our bond, and it shouldn't be that way. For each of us, every one of us, elders, men, women, children, our words are dirt. Our words are not worth dirt. Now we're two dead flies.
The thing is, Yamsuf?
Yes.
You can fool the people with your words, make promises that you don't keep.
Right.
But when you make a vow before the Most High, that's when you go into the spiritual realm.
Exactly.
And y'all don't play with us when we make our vows, especially to him.
Exactly.
As elders of the Council of Elders for the UNY, we made our vows to Yah.
Certainly.
We're not playing with man. You made your vow to Yah. And when
Exactly.
we violate our agreements and our sworn oaths, there's consequences to pay in the spiritual realm.
Exactly.
Spiritual realm.
Consequences and repercussions, Brother Cottrell, on
Yeah.
a spiritual level.
Oh, yeah. So watch out. Got to watch your
out.
words and watch your
Watch out.
tongues.
Thank
Watch
you,
the
Brother
oaths
Cottrell.
that you take, because Yah's going to hold you to the oaths that you take.
Exactly. And so he should, Brother Cottrell.
Oh, yeah.
Fellow students, so he should. Thank you, Brother Cottrell. Verse 19. Bachis withdrew from Jerusalem, encamped in Bethsaida. He had many of the men who deserted to him arrested, and some of the people. He killed them and threw them into a great chasm. Some of the men who deserted to him. I mean, some of our brothers and sisters think they're going to get it good, Brother Cottrell. They run right to the enemy and say, Young Sue doing it, Cottrell doing that, young Nasa, Nasanya doing that. Well, a lot of our people now are deserting to the enemies, Brother Cottrell, by way of their idolatry, by way of being renegade brothers and sisters that want to do what they want to do, when they want to do it, and how they want to do it, and thinking that's going to suffice. That they can do what they want to do. You couldn't do it in your own land. How you suspect you're in captivity, you can continue doing what you want to do, how you want to do it, when you want to do it. That got you kicked out of the land. And if you continue doing this same thing, it's going to keep you from getting back in the land. We got to get our hearts right, Brother Cottrell. It's just that simple.
And Yamsu,
Yes, brother.
this is an ancient battle.
Exactly.
We just waking up to it.
Exactly.
Because the battle they fought back then is the same battle we fighting right now.
You better believe it. You
Same
better
battle.
believe it, my
It
brother.
hasn't changed.
Praise Yah. Hallelujah. You better believe it.
Whose side you on? Are you on Yah's side? Or you on the side of the nations?
Exactly. The conspiracy. Are you on the side of the conspiracy against the Most High? It ain't against Yamsu. I don't care what you think about Yamsu. It's not against Cottrell. I don't care what you think about Cottrell. It's not against Nasanya. I don't care what you think about Nasanya. What you got against is the Most High. And you need to take it up with the Most High. These are his words. The words we study are the words of the Most High. If you got an issue with him, take it up with him. Because you're going to, and you ain't got to answer for me. You have to answer for the Creator. Praise Yah. In verse 21, Alchemus struggled to maintain, okay, verse 20. He handed the province over to Alchemus, this renegade high priest, leaving troops to help him while he himself returned to the king of the Greeks. Alchemus struggled to maintain his priesthood, and so he should have. And all those who were troubling the people gathered about him. They took possession of the land of Yehuda and caused great distress in Israel. When Yehuda saw all the evil that Alchemus and those with him were bringing upon the Israelites, even more than the Gentiles, that's what we do. Have you noticed us, Brother Cottrell, when we come police officers or soldiers or so on and so forth, and these captives, we're much worse than the enemies. You can be. I've been pulled over by European, Caucasian police officers. Told me lay down, sleep it off. I've been pulled over by so-called Hebrew brothers that's unconscious. Said, "Negro, I knock your teeth out your mouth. You gotta shut your mouth." So I'm not surprised in the least bit, Brother Cottrell, the way our people have been socially engineered and in a condition that they hate their people just by looking at them. And they hate it just in the case in Memphis, Tennessee, where I reside. This young brother, Tyree, these were 5 brother officers that beat that man like he stole something out of Walgreens. You see the Amos we got toward one another, Brother Cottrell, and that brother didn't do anything. Traffic stop. a tragedy, and you beat that brother, and 2 days later he died. See, our thinkers are broken, Brother Carter. Our hearts are broken. We hate anything that remotely looks like us, and willing to write a song about it and say, I'm gonna kill it some more. We can't get together for a picnic. We can't get together for a wedding. We can't get together for a funeral. We can't get together for a walk in the park. Here we come, but it's aimless toward one another because we're socially engineered and conditioned to hate one another, be like pit bulls when you see one attack on sight. Because we're not inundated with the word of the Most High. We're not inundated with, we don't love the Most High with all our heart, mind, soul, and strength, Brother Cartrell, and refuse to love our brothers and sisters as we love our the Most High. We love ourselves. Go ahead, Brother Cartrell.
I got to stop you right here.
Yeah.
Because this has been a plague for our people since Yah created us with our father Yahweh. How do you take your little baby brother, throw him in a well, cut his coat up, take it back to your father, tell him a wild beast must have killed him, knowing that you sold him the whole time? So from our inception as a nation, we have hated one another. So what we see here is a reflection of what we do today.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
It's the same thing in Yehuda's Maccabees time that's going on right now.
Contemporarily speaking.
We're the same people. Jews don't do that to one another, do they?
Not that I know of.
Do Jews do that to each other?
Not that I know. Not Esau.
Well, you saying that means that they can't be the people that this book is talking about. Because we fit
if the shoe fit,
exactly what
if the
you're
shoe
reading
fit,
about from back then until this day. We have not changed our MO. We're the only people who get authority and use that authority to beat each other down to try to impress our enemies.
Isn't that a shame, Brother Cottrell?
We don't even do that.
Isn't that a shame, fellow students? That's a crying shame. We ought to be, that's why we need to turn back to the Most High, Brother Cottrell. That's why we need to turn back to the Most High and pray forgiveness for the atrocities where we committed way beyond the time that the Torah and the Tanakh was given to us. And so we can pray for our ancient ones the way they were, the way they treated poor Joseph. These brothers treated poor Joseph.
All the way back to then.
All the way back.
All the way back.
All the way back.
To the inception. What were they thinking? What were they thinking? Because they never
acting on emotion, Brother Cottrell.
They never
acting on emotion, just like we do, Brother Cottrell, fellow students. That's what we do. We act out of emotion. I can't stand her. I can't stand her. What do you do? I don't know. I just don't like him.
And they couldn't stand Joseph. That's why they threw him in a well, in a pit, and then sold him. Come on, man. What was wrong with y'all?
The hearts are broken, Brother Cottrell.
From our
the Most High says we're all precious in His sight. So what right did you got to treat any one of us unprecious that has done nothing to you without a cause? And you're going to say something bad about a sister she didn't did anything about to you? You don't know that sister? Or you going to say something bad about a brother? You don't know that brother? You need to get your hearts right. You need to learn to love what the Most High said is precious. We're all precious in the sight of the Most High. Praise Yah. And thank you, Most High. I'm glad you're the creator and we aren't. Praise Yah.
All because we love our enemy more than we love ourselves.
Truth be told. Truth be told.
Why is that? Our enemies trying to copy us, aren't they?
They are.
So why are we trying to be them and we hate ourselves?
Because we have a low opinion of ourselves, Brother Cottrell. See, we wanted to be like our enemies. Oh, they got a king. We want a king. They got gods. We want gods.
They got blonde hair. We want blonde hair.
Okay. They doing their hair blonde now, Brother Cottrell. They're doing their hair blonde. They got blonde hair. We want blonde hair. You ain't lying, my brother. You ain't lying. Thank you, Brother Cottrell. Praise Yah.
Got blonde hair. Okay.
Yeah, praise Yah. You ain't lying. Social engineering condition. Stockholm syndrome.
They told us true blondes have more fun.
Oh, is that right? I don't want to know. He went back. Verse 20. So I'm sorry. And verse 23. Yehuda saw all the evil that Alchemists and those with him were bringing upon the Israelites, even more than the Gentiles had, the Greeks and their allies. He went about all the border of Yehuda, took revenge on the men who had deserted, prevented them from going into the country. When Alchemists saw that Yehuda and his followers were gaining strength and realized that he could not resist him, he returned to the king, the Greeks and his allies, and accused them of great crime. Put the finger on us.
Yeah, like now.
Put the finger on us. We still put the finger on one another, Brother Cottrell.
They categorize us in the terrorists on a Megiddo list.
Oh, is that right? I ain't terrorizing nobody. I ain't put no bombs on nobody. I ain't looking to shoot nobody in no theater. I ain't looking to run nobody down in New Orleans.
If you are an Israelite, you're on the Megiddo list.
I don't care what they got on the Megiddo list. And the mosquito list either, Brother Cottrell. I don't care what they got on the Megiddo list or mosquito list. I'm gonna tell it like it is. I ain't no terrorist. Okay? I ain't trying to hurt nobody. I ain't trying to put my hand on nobody. I ain't trying to tell nobody else put their hand on nobody. I'm just trying to tell everybody the whole truth and nothing but the truth on a Real Talk for Real People study show and keep my people in alignment with the word of the Most High. That's the only thing I'm trying to do, which is basically the premises is this: turn back to the Most High, cry out to the Most High. That's what I'm trying to get our people to do. Okay, cry out for your ancient one, the mistake they made to get you in the situation you find yourself in university. That's what I'm trying to get my folks to do. Also, gather yourself together. That's what I'm trying to get my folks to do. Okay, I ain't trying to hurt nobody. That's what I'm trying to get my folks to do. I'm trying to get my folks to take care of their widow women, take care of the orphan, take care of the homeless, take care of their needy. That's what I'm trying to get my folks to do. I'm trying to get my folks simply learn to do good under the mandate of the Most High in this captivity. I ain't trying to do nothing else. That's what I'm trying to do. Praise y'all. So I ain't no damn terrorist. So get it right. So if you're hearing Yum Suf talking out there in ABCD land, that's what Yum Suf about. Humbling himself for the Most High and doing what the Most High said, when he said, how he said, and whenever he said. That's what Yum Suf is about. You can have me on the Nido list, as Brother Cottrell said, mosquito list. Makes me no never mind. It don't matter to Yum Suf I read because it don't mean nothing. Praise y'all. Go ahead, Brother Cottrell.
The Megiddo list or the mosquito list? I like it.
Either one of them works for me, Brother Cottrell.
All right, I hear you. The Megiddo list or the mosquito list?
We don't make no never mind, Cottrell. They got names for everything they put us on.
Oh, yeah. A warehouse.
They're good at that. They're good at throwing the dirt off on us when the dirt is on them. So I'm not surprised. Thank you, Brother Cottrell, for sharing that, though.
All praise.
All praise. Then the king sent Nicanor, one of his honored officers, who was a bitter enemy of Israel. They're still bitter against us, with orders to destroy the people. They ain't never had no love for us then. They ain't got no love for us now. Nicanor came to Jerusalem with a large force, and they used deceit. Deceitfully sent for Yehudas and his brothers this peaceful message. This is the message they said: let there be no fight between me and you. I will come with a few men to meet you face to face in peace. You know, that's their MO, Brother Katra. They came to Yehudas. They greeted one another peacefully. But Yehuda's enemies were prepared to seize him.
Listen,
When he became, what's that, Brother Katra?
we got a song for that.
What's that, brother?
They smiling in your face.
All the time they want to take your place. The
Backstabbers.
Backstabbers. They so do. And they ain't changed, Brother Cottrell. They ain't changed. They ain't changed in the least bit. They ain't changed in the least bit. Praise y'all.
Smiling in your face.
That's what they do. They ain't changed their MO. We just much more in denial. We just in denial. And that's a long river, Brother Carter, denial. And became aware that Nicanor had come to him with deceit in mind. Yehudas was afraid of him and would not meet him again because this man got tricks. When Nicanor saw that his plan had been discovered, he went out to fight Yehudis near Salama. About 500 men of Nicanor's army fell. The rest fled to the city of Jerusalem. After this, Nicanor went up to Mount Zion. Some of the priests from the sanctuary and some of the elders of the people came out to greet him peacefully, to show him the burnt offerings that were being sacrificed for the king. Come on, now we had got it twisted. Burnt offerings for the king of the Gentiles. But he mocked, and they should have. But Nicanor, he mocked and ridiculed and defied him and spoke, and he should have. In a rage, he swore, if Yehudis and his army are not delivered to me at once, when I return victorious, I will burn this temple down. They went away in great anger. The priests, however, went in and stood before the altar of the sanctuary. Their weapons said, I guess they're speaking to Yah after they offered some sacrifice to the Greek king. Like they always try to put the Most High like here, a tap, an old spec that they can use the Most High whenever they need it, but you got to roll with the Most High all the time. You can't use the Most High like an old spare. They already went to the Nicanor and said, we made these sacrifices to the king of the Greeks. Now they came back. Now they talking to Yah. See, y'all got it twisted. And they said to Yah, you have chosen this house to bear your name. And certainly he did, to be a house of prayer and supplication for your people. And certainly it did. And they said, take revenge on this man, Nicanor, and his army. Let them fall by the sword and remember their blasphemies, and do not let them continue. Nicanor left Jerusalem and camped in Beth Horon, where the Syrian army joined them, their allies. We got plenty of allies against us now as I speak contemporarily. But Yehudis camped in Adashah with 3,000 men. Here Yehudis uttered his prayer. Now, these folks, our brothers, who honored their king by sacrifices. I didn't see the responses of the Most High, but I see the responses of the Most High in regards to Yehudis, Maccabees. Yehudis camped in Adashah with 3,000. Here Yehudis uttered this prayer. When they who were sent by the king blasphemed, your angel went out and killed 185,000 of them. And he says, in the same way, crush this army before us today. And let the rest know that Nicanor spoke wickedly against your sanctuary. Judge him according to his wickedness. The armies met in battle on the 13th day of the month of Adar, between March and May, Adar. Nicanor's army was crushed, and he himself was the first to fall. He himself was the first to fall in battle. When his army saw that Nicanor had fallen, they threw down their weapons and fled. They were demoralized. They said Jews, but the Yehudites said, how the hell you a Jew? And that's a derivative of a tribe of Yehudites, Yehuda. And it was more than Yehuda, Benjamin, what they had? The Levites, what they had? So you took one tribe and took a derived name from it, Jews, and you made it like that's supposed to be something special. Really, a curse word. That's like me calling you a Briton and say, calling you a derivative of Britain. I call you a derivative of France. I call you a derivative of being a German. So I take that as a great insult. That's not referring to us, Cottrell, because I ain't no damn Jew. Okay, don't get it twisted.
And we already
I may be from the tribe of Reuben, Gad, Naphtali, Yehuda, Benjamin. I don't know what I'm from, but I sure ain't no derivative from nobody. Okay, praise God. Go ahead, Brother Cottrell.
We already noted that Jewish people, or the Jews, do not receive authority and use that authority to beat down their own people.
Exactly.
It's only when we get power that we don't take consideration of our own people.
What a shame, Brother Cottrell. What a crying shame.
So this can't be Jews. It has to be the tribe of Yehuda, who's in trouble for their actions and their deeds against their own people Now they're in the hands of the enemy, and at least they were praying out to Yah.
Praise Yah.
Prayed to Yah.
Praise Yah, Brother Cottrell. And Brother Cottrell distinctly pointed out, these were not Jews. These were Yehudites from the tribe of Judah. And these Yehudites pursued them a day's journey from Hadassah to Gaza, really Gaza, where they're over there blowing up stuff now. Gaza is really Gaza, where they're blowing up stuff over there now. Go ahead, Brother Cottrell.
What do we know about Gaza?
Well, we know a whole lot of mess going on over there now.
What about ancient times? Who took Gaza?
Gaza, I believe, King Dawud.
No.
Correct me then, brother. I stand corrected.
It was under the auspices of Joshua and Caleb. And Joshua gave Caleb the order to take Gaza. And when Caleb went into Gaza, he had to fight giants, the giants that were in Gaza. So Caleb was from the tribe of Yehuda.
Mm-hmm.
He conquered that for himself. The
Right.
city of Gaza belongs to Caleb, who is from the
Yes, sir.
tribe of Yehuda. That's why
Exactly.
Yehuda is in this battle for the territories of Yehuda, which includes
Exactly.
Jerusalem.
Thank you, brother.
Jerusalem
Thank you,
was, we know, Jerusalem was in Benjamin. So when they
Exactly.
exclude Benjamin and only mention Yehuda, who they describe as Jews, they're leaving out a whole portion of the history of our people by not mentioning that this is the tribe of Yehuda and Benjamin and their territories.
Thank you, brother, for correcting me. And I stand correct. I duly stand noted and duly stand corrected. And I appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Praise Yah.
Praise Yah. And the Jehudites pursued them a day's journey from Hadassah to Gaza, which is simply Gaza, blowing the trumpet behind them as signal. They were signaling. They were signaling. From all the surrounding village of the Yehuda, people came out because of that signal, outflanked them. They turned them back, and they gathered together, did something constructive in our part. They didn't get together, name call and cuss each other out and so on and so forth. They got together, gathered themselves together to do something constructive in our part. Not name call, not be like, I know more than you know, and all that kind of nonsense that we are privy to today. They turned them back, and all the enemies fell by sword. Not a single one escaped.
So
Yeah,
Yeah.
Go ahead, Brother Cottrell.
before you go on, what did they use to signal the people?
Trumpet.
And you know we know for our music, right?
As Louis Armstrong.
And we had a certain sound blown through the trumpet where the whole nation knew it was a battle cry, a call to arms, a certain tune that went out from those trumpets that let all Israel know that what? It's time to pick up your sword and go to battle.
Exactly.
They ain't just play any tune on them trumpets.
No.
Right. They had to know that it was a signal to arm yourself for battle.
Exactly.
Just like in the military now. Right?
Right.
Where they get that from?
They got that from the service of these United States of America. It's
But
a
they-
reveille. Wake
Right,
up,
reveille.
get up, and get it going. Wake up, get it going.
Reveille is what they got from the nation of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
Because those trumpets blowing was like reveille.
Exactly.
Okay.
And everybody responded in a unified manner, a gathered yourself together moment. Not everyone wanted to be something special. Everybody did their job. They outflanked them. They turned them back, and all the enemies fell by the sword. Not a single one escaped. Verse 46.
Do we have
47.
that now?
What's that, brother?
Do we have that now?
No, brother, we ain't got that now. We need to get that. We need to get that. We need to get like that.
Okay.
Okay?
We ain't got no signal now, do we?
No.
Okay.
No, we ain't got no signals.
Call
Oh,
to
but
arms.
everybody want to be something special, Cottrell. Somebody want to be in that camp. Somebody want to be in this camp. Somebody want to be on that Kohen. Somebody want to be on this Kohen. Somebody want to be in this gang. Somebody want to be in that gang. Somebody somebody want to be in this church, somebody want to be in this church, and some don't want to be in no church. Truth be told, that ain't gathered yourself together, Brother Cottrell, and you can't do nothing constructive and a positive. And
But I'll tell you this, Yamsu.
Yes, go ahead.
When we was on them plantations picking cotton from KNC sun up to KNC sundown, they had a call to arms.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those slaves, they had a call to arms.
They could sing. If something was going on, brother, they would notify them by singing also that something was going down. We don't notify. We go on Food Book and act a damn fool. We're not notifying anyone of anything that's constructive and or positive. We're not telling anybody anything of any dynamic or dimension to do anything constructive and or positive. We're just going on Facebook being a fool, being a stepping fetching, being a clowns, telling all your business and being some and business that you don't know, you're putting that on Food Book. I mean, y'all call it Facebook, I call it Food Book. Because that's all we share. We're not sharing anything about gathering ourselves together, turning to the Most High, and loving one another, looking after one another, looking after each other's best interests. We're not doing that. We're doing all the wrong things instead of the right things, Brother Cottrell. We don't have a signal for nonsense. Praise y'all.
Right. There's no call to arms for when there's an emergency in the midst of our people.
What a shame, Brother Cottrell. What a crying shame. You know what? You know why, Brother Cottrell? You know why, fellow students? Because we don't study the word of Yah. We don't understand what we should do, how we should do it, and what we should look like doing. We're doing anything, herky-jerky. Everybody do what they want to do, how they want to do it, and that's going to work for you. That's going to gather us together. Name, call each other, cuss each other out, put your hand on folks. Or cheat, take somebody's wife, take somebody's husband, that's going to work. Steal something, that's going to work. Murder somebody, that's going to work. Ain't none of that's going to work. You need to read the 10 Commandments. That's what you need to be reading, starting first and foremost for some of you. Truth be told. Brother Cottrell, fellow students, in conclusion, the Yehudites collected the spoils and the plunder. They cut off Nikon's head, his right arm, which he had lifted up so arrogantly. These they brought and displayed in the sight of Jerusalem. The people rejoiced greatly and observed that day as a day of much joy. They decreed that it should be observed every year on the 13th of Adar. And so for a few days, mind you, the land of Yehuda was at rest. Praise y'all for that study, Brother Cottrell, Sister Nasanya, fellow students. Brother Cottrell, Sister Nasanya, do you have any comments?
No, I have none at this moment. No, I don't.
Thank you, Nasanya. Brother Cottrell.
All praise to the Holy One of Israel, the Elohim of our fathers, Abraham, Yitzchak, Israel, for another great lesson in our history. And we can see in the time period of Yehudas Maccabee, even though Yah had turned his wrath upon Yehuda and the nation, he still heard our prayers. When the nations around us, our enemies, tried to destroy us. So they weren't able to completely destroy us, even though Yah was punishing us. And just like back then, for us now, when we're in dire straits, just like King David, just like Judas Maccabees, we need to do the same thing they did. Turn to Yah first. Put your tefillah, your prayer out first to Yah before you do anything. And Yah will give you the victory. He gave these brothers the victory in a time of our punishment, and he'll do the same thing for us today, which is why we're able to do the things we are today. We ain't on plantations picking cotton from KNC sun up to KNC sundown. No, our children being sold and snatched from us in the slavery that was here in America. Yah has shown us his loving kindness and tender mercy for us to be able to do the things that we're doing now, and we can't take it for granted. Praise Yah.
Praise Yah. Thank you, Brother Cottrell. Tomorrow, we will be studying First Maccabees, chapter 8, the introduction of the Romans. And Here's what I know about universal white race supremacy. Everybody in that system want to be the best. They want to be victorious. They think it's fun. They think it's glorious. They look for treasures. They look for glory. They look for domination. And now you will see the introduction in verse 8 of the Romans. And, you know, I keep telling people, y'all didn't call us by races. Universal white race supremacy defined and brought about the term of race. Y'all define us by nations. And as I said, in nation, you have a vast rainbow of different hues of color. Universal white race supremacy has defined race, and it wants to be on top. They'll fight each other. But they'll stop fighting to keep you in place, mind you. And the evidence speaks for itself, historically speaking. Praise y'all. Brother Cottrell, fellow students, Brother Cottrell is about to proceed to the last segment of study tonight in the book of Hosea, the prophet. Chapter 9, judgment of Israel. And the Maccabees faced that judgment. That's what they weren't totally victorious. And we're facing that judgment and its universal captivity. Praise y'all. Brother Cottrell, you have the mic.
All praise to the Holy One of Israel, our great prophet, the prophet Hosea, and the book of Hosea, the 9th chapter. Verse 1 says, "Do not rejoice, O Israel." And I always ask Israelites that have waken up, what part of our history should we be proud of? And I get that silence because there's no part of our history that we should be proud of. That's why y'all saying in the prophet Hosea, don't rejoice. Do not exalt like the other nations. We ain't got nothing to be proud of. We ain't got nothing to celebrate. For you have been unfaithful to your Elohim. That's why we shouldn't be so proud, so boastful that we're Israelites, like we're above everybody else. No, we should be ashamed of ourselves. You have loved the wages of a prostitute upon every threshing floor. So rather than be Yah's chosen servant and acting in the matter of being those ministers and those priests, we acted like prostitutes, our ancient fathers. Threshing floors and wine presses will not feed them. The new wine will fail them. They will not remain in the land of Yah, which is why we're in this captivity here in America right now. Ephraim will return to Mizraim, and Mizraim, Egypt, means bondage, and eat unclean food in Assyria. Christianity tells you that Jesus blessed it. You can eat anything you want. No, Yah said you're going to be eating unclean foods. And that's a code. Because if we want to dwell with Yah and he's in our midst, we can't be eating unclean foods. No longer will they pour libations of wine to Yah, nor will their sacrifices please him. To them, such sacrifices will be like mourner's bread that defiles all who eat it. Whatever food they have will be for them alone. It cannot enter into the house of Yah. And the food we eating now, the lamb, the goat, the beef, you can't even offer that to the Most High. He's like, no, y'all eat that. What will you do on the solemn feasts, on the festival days of Yah? We can't offer him the food we're eating now. It's polluted. It's tampered with. It's probably GMO, genetically modified. Even if the people escape destruction, which Yah allowed us to do, Mizraim will gather them, and Memphis will bury them. And we're being buried every day. People shooting us down, killing us in the street. Weeds will swallow up their treasures of silver, and thorns will overrun their tents. And we ain't got no money to speak of. The money we get, or the riches we get, goes right out of our hands. The days of punishment have come. The days of retribution are here. Israel cries out. The prophet is a fool. The inspired man is a maniac. So the people that bring Yah's word, we're looked upon as fools, or we're looked upon as crazy. You're a maniac. Because your iniquity is great, all the greater is your hostility. So in other words, the more wicked you are, the less you can relate to the words of the Most High. The prophet has been appointed by Elohim to serve as watchmen over Ephraim. And that's why we're here as elders, as watchmen, to bring you what Yah is telling us as a nation to do. Yet snares await him on all his paths, and he incurs hostility in the house of Yisrael, in the house of his Elohim. Yeah, you're going to get rebuked from your own people. They have immersed themselves in corruption because that's what they love. Fool's Book, YouTube, all the social media outlets where their corruption and their own words and leaning upon their own understanding, they feel freely to do. As in the days of Gibeah, Elohim will remember their iniquity and punish their sins. You know why? Because Yah is recording everything that we do. Everybody that he created, everybody that's living, he's recording everything we do. It was like the finding grapes in the desert when I found Yisrael. When I saw your fathers, it was like seeing the early frost on a fig tree. However, when they came to Baal Peor, they consecrated themselves to a shameful idol, and they became as loathsome as the thing they loved. Ephraim glory would fly away like a bird. No birth, no pregnancy, no conception. Even if they were to bear children, I will take away from them every single one. Woe to them when I turn away from them. Ephraim once seemed to me like Sari, planted in a beautiful meadow, but now Ephraim will be required to lead out his children from slaughter. So we have the responsibility to teach our children the way of Yah. Otherwise, they're going to be slaughtered. Give them to Yah. What will you give? Give them wombs that miscarry and dried up breasts. All of their wickedness has not had, all of their wickedness had its roots in Gilgal. It was there that I came to hate them because of their evil deeds. I will drive them out of my house. I will no longer love them. All of their rulers are rebels. Ephraim is stricken. Their root is withered, and they yield no fruit. Even if they bring forth children, I will slay the cherished offspring of their womb. My Elohim will cast them off because they have not listened to him. They have become wanderers among the nation. Verse 17 again. My Elohim will and has cast us off. Why? Because they have not listened to him. They will become wanderers. We are wanderers. Where? Among the nations. We listen to Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Peter, Paul, and Mary, but we're not listening to the words of Yah. And Yah's words are right here. We read them 5 nights a week. His words have been preserved, but we don't listen to him. And that's our demise. And it's so unfortunate because we have the ability, but we don't have the heart to go through the discipline of studying Yah's word from Bereshit to Malachi. And it's a sad state of affairs for us as a nation, individually and collectively, because we should all be studying Yah's word, chapter by chapter, from Genesis to Malachi. But we don't listen. We wandering among the nations. Praise Yah.
Praise Yah, Brother Cottrell. I want to thank Nasanya Maisha for administering the show, doing her due diligence and moral obligation. I want to thank Brother Cottrell for his due diligence and moral obligation. As an elder, a fellow elder, one that loves the Most High with all his heart, mind, soul, and strength, and his brothers and sisters as himself. A fellow elder that would tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth of the Most High. Praise Yah. I want to thank you, fellow students, for joining us in these studies. We've done our due diligence and moral obligation in providing these studies for you. Now it's incumbent upon you to do something for yourselves. Take these studies, meditate on these studies, Study these studies. Rely on these studies. Trust in these studies. Let the Most High be your footsteps by virtue of his words, these studies. And you must do something for yourself in this regard. Brother Cottrell, Sister Nasanya, and I, we've done our job, which is to bring to you the word of the Most High. It's incumbent upon you to do something about it. It works for yourself personally if you work it, you activate it, you utilize it. Praise Yah and bless his holy name. Sister Nasanya, Brother Cottrell, do you have any closing remarks and comments?
No, I have none. I hope everybody have a good night. All praises.
Thank you, Isham. All praises. Brother Cottrell.
All praise to the Most High, and may the words of our mouth and the meditation of our heart be acceptable to the Most High, and may he impart these studies upon the hearts of those who's listening and upon our hearts, that we get it right with him, that we will give glory to his name. We do this because we love Yah, we love y'all. May the Most High bless us all. Praise Yah.
Praise Yah. Shalom.
He don't believe in Yah. I heard a blind man say, I can't see nothing, I don't know nothing. I heard a wicked man say, he don't like righteousness. Again I heard myself say, I'm going to praise him because I love him. Say, praise him, praise him. Let's praise him, praise him. Praise him in the morning, praise him at night. He's alright. Praise him in the morning, that's alright. Praise him at night. Hey. Praise him in the morning. He's alright. He's alright. He's alright. He's alright. He's alright. He's alright. God's alright. He's alright. God's alright. I heard a wise man say, make him all your desire. I heard a prudent man say, stay with the master, there's no disaster. I heard a smart man say, love him with all your heart. Again I heard myself say, I'm going to please him because I need him. And I praise him in the morning, praise him at night. Praise him in the morning, praise him at night. Praise him in the morning. He's alright. He's alright. He's alright. He's alright. He's alright. He's alright. praise at night. He's alright. Praise in the morning, noon, and night. He's alright. Praise in the morning.